What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? You are tuned in to the Arrowhead Chief Podcast, episode 188, Chiefs Offseason. Hope everybody's having a good afternoon. We got a lot of things to get into. We're going to break down the Chiefs offense today. We're also going to talk about the AFC North and a lot of other things. So let's talk Chiefs.
Yeah, Arrowhead Chiefs. It's your girl, Miss Nicole. We a hustle, baby. Started from the bottom, now we here. My homie at the start of his career. Let's go. Try to win him early, hear the truth. Tuning every Sunday for the juice. Arrowhead Chief Podcast, bringing all the news. If you missed the play, come back for reviews. Quick style. Out here rapping for the crew. Post game highlights, go subscribe on YouTube. If you missed the play, come back for reviews. Post game highlights, go subscribe on YouTube.
And we are back, Arrowhead Chief Podcast, episode 188, Chiefs Offseason. Clarence, what is going on?
Chilling, man. Enjoying another beautiful day. You already know. It's after the 4th of July, so you know that clock starts to tick, man. It's almost time for training camp, bro.
We got 2 more weeks, man.
Yeah, man.
Got 2 more weeks.
Yeah, man.
So, yeah, good people, we almost there. We're almost there. So, but let's talk about this offense, man. We're gonna break down this offense. We did the defense last week.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna start with the Browns. Now, some of their additions that they made this offseason, they added QB Jameis Winston as for insurance policy, just in case Deshaun Watson gets hurt or he doesn't perform as usual. We'll get into Deshaun Watson in a minute. Zadarius Smith, very good pass rusher. He's going to add to that defensive line. Well, he was already there, but they re-signed him. Him and Myles Garrett was a good tandem. Jordan Hicks, he's a pretty good linebacker. Tyler Huntley, another good backup quarterback, just in case Jameis Winston, maybe him and Jameis Winston battle it out in training camp, whoever comes out, on top. Maurice Hunt, defensive tackle. He's a good nose guard guy who can plug up the middle, good against the run. Dante Foreman, running back, pretty good backup running back. Can get you quality starting snaps just in case Nick Chubb is not ready. He had that horrible leg injury last season, but if he's not up to form, you could get Deontay Foreman in there. Same thing as Nyheim Hines. He's another guy who can come in, and he's good at the backfield as far as catching the football. So he's another running back. Safety Rodney McLeod, I think they brought him back. He's a quality safety, in that backfield with Juan Thornhill and all them. So, by the way, I saw a picture of Juan Thornhill. Yeah, they look like a linebacker right now. Some of their people they lost Harrison Bryant, tight end. Yeah, they still got Njoku, so they're good there.
Look at you getting that name right. Go ahead, Chris.
They lost Joe Flacco. He went to the Colts. Linebacker Anthony Walker and defensive tackle Jordan Elliott in the draft. Some of their notable people they drafted: defensive tackle Michael Hall at Ohio State, offensive line Zach Zinter out of Michigan, and wide receiver Jamari Thrash out of Louisville. When it comes to the Browns, I think it all just comes down to Deshaun Watson, man. Like, can he get back to somewhat form of what he was and with the Texans? And if he can get back to, if we can get 85% Deshaun Watson when he was in Texans, this is a playoff team. You know what I'm saying? Their defense was one of the best last year.
Yeah.
So, and they got the guys over there. They got wide receivers. You got Amari Cooper. They just traded for Jerry Jeudy. He's a good number 2 to Amari. Now he doesn't have the pressure of being the man like he was in Denver. They got. And if Nick Chubbs can beat Nick Chubbs, that offense is going to be a handful.
No S on the end of that name. It's not Chubbs.
Nick Chubbs.
I'm your
Nick
brother,
Chubb.
man. I'm your
Nick
brother. I'm
Chubb.
your
Is that
brother.
better? Is that better?
I'm your
Chubb.
brother. I'm your
Is that
brother,
better?
man.
Chubb. No,
Yeah,
but
you always got that
if,
S.
if he can get back to rare form, then we good. We good.
Yeah,
The Browns
yeah.
will be a formidable, and we all know that the AFC North is probably the best division in football right now. Like all four of these teams, you could see them in the playoffs. You know,
Well, not I wouldn't say all four. Easy.
I mean, even the Steelers. Say what
Easy.
you want about them, and you
I
about to
wasn't
talk
talking
about
about
the
the
Steelers.
Steelers, Chris.
Oh, I know you talking about. I know you talking about.
Wasn't talking about the Steelers, man.
I know what you talking about. We
Yeah,
gonna
you
get
know what I'm
there.
talking about.
We'll
And
get
I
into
hope they burn in hell. But I digress. I digress. Yeah, Pittsburgh, man. Pittsburgh is one of those teams that, regardless year in and year out, whether they make the playoffs or not, they're gonna come out and play good football. Like Mike Tomlin gonna make sure that they playing good competitive football. Now you get more stability at that position, at the quarterback position, right? Because
Mhm.
I mean, you say what you will about Russell Wilson, but he's leaps and bounds ahead of what's the
Kenny Pickett.
kid that they
Kenny
had? That
Pickett.
yeah, Pickett. Yeah, leaps and bounds. And I
Mhm.
mean, say what you will about last year in Denver, but he really didn't play that bad. He didn't try to outplay, try to overplay his potential or anything in Denver. Like he did what he needed to do in that offense. You know what I mean? So you put him there with more of a controlled system, a controlled environment, give him the young kid Pickens outside and give him some listen, them two tight ends, like the ceiling has not been met with them two tight ends that they got.
I agree.
What's it, Firemouth and
Fireman and
homeboy that they got from Georgia?
Darnell. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's a grown man. You know what I mean? Like,
What's his name, Joe? That was your favorite tight end coming out that draft.
yeah, yeah, that dude he's a monster, bro. You know, and I mean, you get more stability at that position. The defense is going to be the defense. You know what I mean? They're going to hang their hat on that. So, yeah, man. I mean, much like every team in that division, it seems like the key to all those teams is at that quarterback position. Even Baltimore,
Mm-hmm.
we is Lamar going to run it back again and do what he did last year? You know what I'm saying? Like, remains to be seen. So, I mean, with all four of those teams, man, it's
Yeah.
Darnell Washington. Yeah, appreciate you, Joe. You know what I'm saying? Like all four of those teams, it's predicated around who's that signal caller, who's playing the best, who's playing the most consistent. You know what I mean? I don't think it's that team in Cincinnati though. Like, get two fucks. Like,
Yeah.
it's always gonna be
No,
that.
no, I agree. I agree. Some of the players that they added was, of course, Russell Wilson, Patrick Queen, Justin
Mm-hmm.
Fields, another,
Mm-hmm.
guy they added,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
cornerback Dante Jackson,
Mm-hmm.
another safety, Deshaun Elliott, who's a pretty good safety,
Mm-hmm.
Van Joseph, wide receiver,
Mm-hmm.
Quez Watkins, a speedy wide receiver. They added Cardell Patterson for the kickoff rule, and he's been pretty good at running back. Um, yeah, man, they've added a couple guys on their squad. Um, as far as their draft goes, who did they draft?
I
Pittsburgh.
really, I'm gonna keep it all the way funky. I really didn't pay attention to their draft. I was more so paying attention to the guys that they brought in,
Mhm.
and the biggest tell for me was that they really had a pulse on it. What kept them from being what they needed to be last year, and it was at the quarterback position. You know what I mean? It was that inconsistency at that quarterback position. Now you bring in Russell, you bring in Justin. You know, let Justin actually learn how to play quarterback in the pros. I mean, he went to Chicago, man. Like, who did he learn how to be a quarterback from? Was it Eberflus? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
what winning model was he able to look at and say, this is how you are supposed to be a pro. This is how you are supposed to recognize these coverages. This is where the ball needs to be on my third step. You know what I'm saying? Like all those little small little minute details that you need to have down, like he didn't get it. He didn't have it. So even if it's 6 games or 4 games or the entire season, he needs to be able to see it so he can learn truly how to be the best quarterback. Because I mean, the sky's the limit on him. Like you can't just gloss over what he accomplished in Chicago with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like bad habits, everything, just sheer talent. You saw what he was able to do. So imagine if he learns this game.
Mhm.
Imagine the type of quarterback you're talking about having. A guy that can run and has a cannon. Like, come on, man. Come on, man.
No, I hear you. Here are some of the people they drafted. They drafted tackle Troy Fun. Well, I don't know how to say his last name, but
Go and
he's out
say
of
his name,
Washington.
Chris.
No,
Go and say it.
uh, Fotano. I don't know his name.
Come on, come
Washington,
on, go
out
and
of
say
Washington.
it.
Zach Frazier out of West Virginia.
You can
Roman
say that
Wilson.
phrase, can't you? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wide receiver Roman Wilson out of Michigan. Peyton Willis, linebacker. He ran like a 4.3 out of North Carolina State. Um, Mason McCormick out of South Dakota State. Logan Lee out of Iowa, and Ryan Watts out of Texas. So they had a pretty decent draft. Added to the
Mm-hmm.
offensive line, got some more
Mm-hmm.
defensive pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
as far as the Steelers go, man, like I said, it's all about their quarterback position. Look, Mike Tomlin, he's been the constant over there. He always gets them in the playoffs, even if we feel like they may not deserve to be in the playoffs because they're quarterback. That's what it comes down to. It has
That's
nothing to
it.
do with the rest of the team.
Yep, that's
Um,
it.
it's the quarterback. We're not scared. We weren't scared of Mason Rudolph. We weren't scared of Kenny Pickett. We weren't scared
Mm-mm.
of none of these quarterbacks that they was
Mm-mm.
trotting out there. But yet and still, Tomlin still gets them to the playoffs because their defense is always solid. It's really good. They got ballers over there with T.J. Watt and Hayward and High Smith and Mika Fitzpatrick, Joey Porter Jr. Like they got guys over there. You know what I'm saying? And
Listen,
even on that offense, if you can get the ball to George Pickens on a consistent basis,
yeah. Listen, one of
yeah.
the most physical games I watched last year was the Browns going to Pittsburgh. That was one of the most physical games of all last year. It was the game with I think Deshaun maybe just I think he didn't even have 100 yards passing in that game. It was a physical ass game, man. Like
Mhm.
they hang their hat on that defense in Pittsburgh, and they not to be trifled with, dog. Like they gonna play some solid ass defense. They gonna hit you in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? So you give them stability at their quarterback position, man. Mike Tomlin got something. He got something.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, man. I wouldn't be surprised if we look up and see these boys,
Mm-hmm.
fight, fighting
Mm-hmm.
for winning this division this year.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's
Mm-hmm.
definitely possible. All right. I don't know if you saw the group chat. Ty say he just woke up.
Oh, okay.
I told him brush his teeth, wash his face, get butt up in.
Yeah. Young and partying.
That's all good. If the Chiefs had that draft, they'd be flying banners on beaches. You stupid joke. You stupid joke. All right, man. Let's get into these Bengals, man.
Oh shit.
Now they added defensive tackle Sheldon Rankins, tight end Mike Gesicki, running back Zach Moss, safety Geno Stone, and safety they brought back Von Bell. They lost Chidube Awuzie, cornerback. and Jonah Williams, defensive tackle. They drafted offensive tackle Armis Mims, defensive tackle Jenkins, wide receiver Jermaine Burton out of Alabama, defensive tackle McKinley Jackson out of Texas, tight end Eric All out of Iowa, and then they got cornerback Josh Newton out of TCU and tight end Tanner McLaughlin out of I want to say Arizona. Look, man, we know how we feel about the Bengals, man. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like
I mean, this is a safe space, so go ahead and say it. Because if you don't, I'm gonna say it.
Like, we know how we feel about the Bengals. We hate this
Say
team.
it.
We want them to rot in hell.
I hope they burn in hell.
We don't like this team whatsoever.
Here's my thing.
Garbage draft.
For a team that ain't never won shit, they talk like they up there with the Chiefs, and they not. Y'all can't even win y'all fucking division. So worry about
when it's healthy. Let's put that context out there.
Yeah,
when
absolutely.
it's healthy. Because they win it when Lamar goes down.
When Lamar is down.
When the Steelers is hurt. They win it when Cleveland ain't clean. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Y'all got a cheap ass owner. That's why y'all can't keep shit.
Yeah, practice facility is at a park.
It's shit. Y'all chilly nasty as fuck.
Oh God.
Like y'all you just give up hope. Dreams off of suckers, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, who y'all supposed to be? Y'all ain't worth a fuck. I haven't respected y'all. I even liked the Bengals a little bit when Chad was there.
Mm-hmm.
Just for Chad and Cedric Benson. Like Benson was that dude. TJ. Yeah, man. But nah, boy. I ain't got nothing nice to say about these dudes. Not this era of Bengals. Yeah, for sure.
Blame your fan base.
For sure.
Because really, I mean, Jamar Chase, he be talking a little bit too much trash himself.
He be talking shit too. Yeah.
But I ain't really got a problem with Joe Burrows, because Joe Burrows really don't be talking trash. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got a problem with Joe. I ain't got no problem.
He was seen in a picture with somebody, and they had on a Chiefs hat, and he had his middle finger up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fuck Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine.
That's fine.
Patrick, they daddy. Like, it's all right to understand that Patrick's your daddy. Dragging his nutsack all across y'all. It's cool, man. It's cool, dog. I'm gonna say what they want to say. It's fuck y'all.
Yeah, man.
If you don't hear it come out of Patrick's mouth because he can't say it, or Travis or Chris or anybody else's mouth, I'm gonna say it for him. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all.
What's Patrick's trainer name?
Bobby.
Yeah, trust me. Bobby Trope will tell you how Patrick feel.
Yeah, for sure.
If you know, Pat gonna keep it political. If you really want to know how Patrick Mahomes feel, Bobby tell you. He tweets it out every time.
Mm-hmm.
That's how Patrick really feel about y'all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You don't think him and Bobby don't talk? You bugging. He's with him probably 6 or 7 days out of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Right with him every day. Talking shit.
Mm-hmm. So let's fuck the Bengals, man. Let's fuck the Bengals.
So yeah.
Let's fuck the Bengals, man.
Yeah, it's
straight out.
No, I agree. So I'm glad we get them
next,
so we can get them out of the way.
Yeah, smack their ass. So they ain't got nothing else to talk about. Talking about all injury this, injury that. Like, keep Joe Burrow's ass wrapped up in bubble tape until the season starts. So he ain't got no nagging injuries in training camp and none of that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can be at a hundo when y'all play. So when y'all take this ass whooping, y'all can go the fuck on and worry about trying to get out of that division.
Yeah, he did, Joe. He just did some modeling with a suit jacket with his back out. With the tie in the back. Got the tie too.
Got his back blown out. Zesty. I said it, fuck him. What he gonna do? He can't whoop my ass, fuck man. Shit.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about these Ravens, man. All right, the Baltimore Ravens, they added Derrick Henry. They re-signed Justin in the BK to a 4-year, $98 million deal, 75 of it guaranteed. They re-signed Calvin Noy. They signed Malik Harris, linebacker. Josh Jones, offensive tackle. I think they signed Josh Johnson, quarterback, too, to be the backup.
Mm-hmm.
They lost Jadeveon Clowney. They lost Ronald Darby, cornerback. They lost Tyler Huntley. They lost Gus Edwards. And they lost Morgan Moses. They actually traded him away to the Jets. They lost Patrick Queen, Geno Stone, Rocky Sin, and Kevin Zeiler. They drafted. This is such a Ravens draft. They drafted Nate Wiggins, cornerback out of Clemson. Tackle Roger Rosengarten, a tackle out of Washington. Edge Adeza Isaac out of Penn State. Then they got TJ Tampa, cornerback. Rasheen Ali, running back out of Marshall. Quarterback Devin Leary out of Kentucky, and center Nick Samak at Michigan State. To me, the Ravens are always going to be the standard of the AFC North in these times. As long as Lamar Jackson is healthy, they're the standard. They're the ones that's going to win this division. They're always going to be my favorite. I know everybody thinks Joe Burrow and all this stuff, or Steelers, whatever. Nah, it's the Ravens. The Ravens,
and they got the king.
Yeah, they're always the consistent. They got a 2-time MVP winning quarterback. He just, of course, he can't beat the guy. He always when he goes against that guy, he just can't beat Mahomes. But
and who they put in the backfield with Lamar?
We got Henry.
Yeah. So I mean,
now here's my thing about that though. And I'm gonna ask you this question: Do you think Derrick Henry kind of makes them a little bit more one-dimensional?
Nope, not at all. It gives one-on-one matchups on the outside, and it leaves it to Lamar to get the ball downfield to the weapons. You know what I'm saying? Like you put Lamar in the backfield with Derrick Henry, you have to respect that run.
Yeah.
Because it's coming, it'll be one or the other. You know what I'm saying? So that leaves homeboy, the tight end, open. Like I said, you got Zay. Yeah, you got Zay working one-on-one with somebody. Like, it's all up to Lamar to get the ball out of his hands and throw it downfield now.
Yeah.
Everything's set up for that. So if you can get the first 5-6 games where Lamar has 300 yards passing and they're scoring points and the running game is taking a back seat, then you've done your job. Because later on in the year, you'll be able to get those yards. You're going to get those yards on the ground. You know what I'm saying? But you want to show teams, okay, yeah, this is where we hang our hat, but this is something that y'all didn't expect from us, to be able to throw the football with confidence. The minute that teams have to respect Baltimore throwing the football with confidence and can stay in football games throwing the football, then you have a problem. You have a big problem. It's a huge problem if they get that ironed out. The minute they get that ironed out, it's a big problem. So it's trouble. It's even trouble for the Chiefs if they get that figured out.
They are changing defensive coordinators. Mike McDonald, he's the new head coach over at Seattle now. They got I think his name is Zach Orr. He was the linebacker coach. I don't get too much
business as usual.
Yeah, that's what I really don't get too much worried when they change their defensive coordinators. Their system over there is just, like you said, business as usual. They just churn out defensive coordinators like it's nothing. So Zach Orr will probably be a head coach in a couple of
Mm-hmm.
years.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that defense will skip a beat. They got too many dogs over there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Roquan Smith, Justin in the
Mm-hmm.
PK, uh,
Mm-hmm.
Marlon Humphrey. Like they
Mm-hmm.
got guys over there, man. So
I mean, for a minute, just think about an AFC where the Baltimore Ravens are fourth in the conference in passing. I know because we haven't seen it, but just think of a world where that exists for 4 to 5 weeks. Think about what that does for the AFC because you can't play them the way that you used to play them. You can't. Especially if he's put in situations where they're down 13, they're down 17, and then like that, they cut it through passing by throwing the football. Like
well,
that.
that's the thing, Clarence. Is that's something that we do still need to see. We gotta see Lamar down.
Yeah.
We got to see him down with the
Mm-hmm.
lead because
Mm-hmm.
that's the knock on Lamar Jackson is
Mm-hmm.
if he
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have a lead,
Mm-hmm.
he's not able. This offense is
Mm-hmm.
not made to come back. Like Patrick
Mm-hmm.
and them, this team, we live off of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's our
Mm-hmm.
bread and butter. That's why when we're down 2, 3 touchdowns,
Mm-hmm.
we're calm. Now on the
Mm-hmm.
timeline, we may be stressed out, talking, cussing, whatever, but reality is we're used to it by now.
Mm-hmm.
So we've seen it so many times. I'm just like, oh, we got that guy. So
Mm-hmm.
after halftime, yeah, that's cute. We down by 10. We'll be back up. We'll win this game. You know what I'm saying? That's almost foreign territory not to be down nowadays
Mm-hmm.
with this team.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing about Lamar Jackson that he's got to take that next step. That if you're down 7, 10 points at halftime, or it's the fourth quarter, and you gotta go get it, Lamar, to cut this lead. Can you do it? You know what I'm saying? And can Todd Monken, because that was the knock on Greg Roman, was his offense was so basic. You know what I'm saying? Can
Yes.
Todd
Yes.
Monken
Yes.
bring that out of Lamar Jackson? This is his
Yes.
second year now with Todd
Yeah.
Monken. So
Yeah.
can you bring that out to open up this offense enough for
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson to operate to where if he's down with the
Yeah.
lead, can
Yeah.
he with this defense? It's not like
Yeah.
he's not. You got a
Yeah.
defense that can hold
Yeah.
people. Let's
Yeah.
not act like in the AFC Championship game. Yeah, we went up early, but
Yeah.
that defense woke up
Yeah.
and it was
Yeah.
a dog fight for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Like Pat and them,
Yeah.
they had to fight. You know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
just to keep
Yeah.
them afloat. And that
Yep.
thank God our defense was just as good. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, as theirs. So
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is. And if it wasn't
Mm-hmm.
for a L'Jarius Sneed fumble,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like we don't know
Mm-hmm.
what we're talking about right now. We
Mm-hmm.
might not be
Mm-hmm.
talking about a back to
For
back.
sure.
Not to
Sure.
say that Pat may not have,
Yeah.
opened it up and be like, oh hell no, and went down there
Yeah.
and scored. But I'm
Yeah.
just saying you never know.
Yeah.
If that touchdown had counted from Dave Flowers, what are
Mm-hmm.
we talking about now? You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? This could be a
Yep.
whole different ball game, and
Yep.
Baltimore Ravens could have been the Super Bowl champions last year.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I'm just saying, like, let's see what Lamar looks like in his second year with Todd Monken. Let's see how much they open up that
Mm-hmm.
playbook this
Mm-hmm.
year. And they were
Mm-hmm.
scoring 30 points last year on 500
Mm-hmm.
teams, by the way. Like
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't just
Mm-hmm.
they was eating off crumbs.
Mm-hmm.
They was
Mm-hmm.
scoring points, 30,
Mm-hmm.
putting up
Mm-hmm.
on really
Mm-hmm.
good teams, playoff
Mm-hmm.
teams
Mm-hmm.
who were considered Super Bowl
Mm-hmm.
contenders. The
Then you
49ers.
have a game against the Colts, and you
Hmm.
just scratch your head. You
Yeah,
know.
right. Right. That's the same
Yeah.
thing. That's how the Chiefs were looked at. Like, we'll
Yeah.
beat the 49ers or the Ravens or something like
Yeah.
that and then slip to
Yeah.
Carolina or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's just, like I said, I just want to see will they open up this offense? Because I'm not
They
worried
have
about this
to.
defense.
You
Can
have
they open
to.
up? You got a dog in Zay Flowers, dog.
Yeah.
That kid can fly.
Mm-hmm.
That kid can go. So,
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
know how I feel. I wanted us to draft Zay Flowers. So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
I think they're gonna unleash him this year, and he almost had 1,000 yards last season.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So Well, you know, you got those two tight ends and
Yeah,
Mark
likely
Andrews and
Andrews.
Likely. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? You add that Rashad Bateman. He just got to stay healthy. He's
he
shown
got to
flashes.
stay healthy.
He just got
Yes,
to stay healthy, man.
got to stay healthy, man.
So we'll see, man. We'll see. But I still think they're the cream of the crop. I still got them winning this division for sure. But if Deshaun Watson can get it together, I'm just saying, don't sleep on
Listen,
Cleveland.
listen, listen. Didn't Deshaun last year in Houston? What did he do? Just
Yeah.
saying. Just saying. Don't sleep
Even
on it.
against Baltimore, that was the game
Don't
he got
sleep on
hurt.
it.
He
Yeah.
came
Don't
back and
sleep
won that
on it.
game. He
Don't
showed
sleep on it.
glimpses of
Don't
old
sleep
Deshaun
on it.
Watson.
Don't sleep on it.
So
Do not
hopefully he
sleep
get
on
if he gets, I think, you know, he just gets this pass in his rear
it.
view.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was put on by he put this on himself. But I'm just saying, get
Mm-hmm.
that in your rear view,
Mm-hmm.
all that mess, and just play football, my brother.
Yep. Yep. I agree.
So, all right, Clarence, let me ask you a question, man.
Oh boy.
Will winning a three-peat make the Chiefs the greatest team in NFL history?
Yes. No question.
Greater
No,
than the
without.
Patriots?
I didn't even think the Patriots was the top of the top. I came from an era where I grew up a 49ers fan, so I was watching Joe and Steve and Jerry and Roger Craig and Ricky Waters and John Taylor, Brent Jones, consistency. You know what I'm saying? Like in the year, excuse me. So the 49ers, the first year, beat the Bengals. John Taylor caught the game winning touchdown. The
Mm-hmm.
second year, they blew out the Broncos in the Super Bowl. And after that Super Bowl, they were talking about three-peat. Then you fast forward to the playoffs that next year. Lawrence Taylor knocks Joe Montana out the game. They don't go to a Super Bowl. They don't three-peat. So no other team has been able to accomplish this.
Mm-hmm.
When you talk about understanding what is in front of them and guys being locked in and excited to attempt this and actually have a legit shot at it and understanding the significance of it, like we up until the COVID year, no team had ever played in a home Super Bowl, and then what was it, back to back years we got that. You know what I'm saying? And those home teams won in both of those games. So like, yeah, yeah, they can do it. Yeah, they're gonna do it. And yes, you put them as the greatest franchise in football history. Absolutely. No other team's been able to do it.
Do
It's
what this,
fucking difficult.
yeah,
With
do what this
17
team,
weeks,
yeah.
that early of a bye,
Mm-mm.
17 games, you know what I'm saying? Like not knowing where the playoff season's gonna be, like it's a lot of football, man. It's a lot of football. Like
Even
the deck is
even
stacked against them.
even with, you know, since when we're talking like since Mahomes has taken over, like
Mm-hmm.
from the time he's came here, his ceiling is the AFC Championship
Mm-hmm.
game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
his
Mm-hmm.
rookies or his first year starting, he
Mm-hmm.
he went to the AFC Championship.
Yeah.
Probably should have won that game if somebody didn't, you know, go off sides. But
Yeah. Yeah.
Tom ended
Outside. Yep.
Tom ended up getting him in that game. But still, he
Mm-hmm.
went to the AFC Championship. Then the following year wins the Super Bowl. Then the following
Mm-hmm.
year gets to the Super Bowl again. You know what I'm saying? But his
Loses to Tom.
offensive line was down to the
Yeah.
practice squad pretty
Yeah.
much. But
Yeah.
hey, Tom got him again. Then the following year, we get to the AFC Championship game, and he probably had his worst half of his football he's ever played against the Cincinnati Bengals. Because we should have, and even with that, if we kick a field goal before the half, we win the game. But still, they end up losing that game. Then the following year, they win the Super Bowl. Then we win the Super Bowl last year. It's just like if we win it this year, man, I agree. to do,
1000%.
to do what he's done, we gotta remember Tom went 10 years without winning the Super Bowl.
The biggest tell to this gauntlet is just how early this fucking bye is. Like that's insane. You're
Mm,
you're the defending champs and you have that early of a bye.
mm.
Like thank God they got these Thursday night games. You know what I'm saying? Like thank God for a Thursday night game. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
to
yeah.
rest and recoup because this is insanity, bro. Like
We play every
what?
game. We play every day of the year, every day of the week this year except for Tuesday.
Yeah.
We got a question. We got a question. We got a question. How you doing, gentlemen? Question: do you think the window has closed on the Bills as being a real contender to the Chiefs in the AFC and NFL dominance? I'll speak for myself. I don't know how Clarence feel, but I do think that the Buffalo Bills will take a step back. I do think that their offense will still be their offense because they have Josh Allen, so they're going to be able to score points. I think their defense is going to take a step back because they lost a lot of pieces on that defense. I'm talking real players. Michael Poyer, we don't know what Michael Hyde. He might retire this year. Tre'Davious White, he's gone. He went to the Chargers. um, Von Miller is a shell of himself. I would be very surprised if we see old Von Miller. I just think he's
Mm-hmm.
old. I think that injury came at the worst time of his career. When he was balling too, he was balling that year,
Mm-hmm.
and then he got
Mm-hmm.
hurt. Um, so I just think they take a step back. I don't see them as Super Bowl contenders. Will they make the playoffs? Maybe they could be a wild card. I could see that because
Mm-hmm.
that division is kind of like, you don't know what you're gonna get from Miami. They can't play in the
Yeah.
cold weather. The Jets is Aaron Rodgers or bust,
Yeah.
and the Patriots are in rebuild mode right now. So
Yeah.
I feel like um, Buffalo is going to take a step back this year. They could either be 10-7, or they could be 8-9 this year. So
Yeah.
that's my thoughts on Buffalo.
Yeah. I agree. You know, they lost too much. And you're talking James Cook is the leading back on this team. Um, it's a challenge, man. It really a challenge. Tremaine Edwards, that loss 2 years ago was like
Yeah,
one of the most worst things that could have happened to this team. Like,
13
I,
seconds.
it's, it, man, listen, I agree. They've lost entirely too much over the past 2 years to be put in that conversation. I mean, given the fact there's so much uncertainty about that entire division from Miami being what they should be. They were decimated by injuries towards the end of the year. Um, we don't know what the Jets will be with Aaron if Aaron's healthy. That changes things for the Jets. You know what I'm saying? And like we talked about before, New England is gonna fuck this up for somebody somehow, some
Mhm,
way,
mhm.
because they play good defense.
Yeah, their
You know what
defense
I'm
is really
saying?
good.
Like they're gonna fuck it up for one of these teams, if not two of them, in their
Mhm.
division somehow, some way. So do I think that they're a threat to the Chiefs? Absolutely not.
No.
But to one of the two or the three or the fourth best team in the AFC, I could see Buffalo beating one of those teams in the playoffs, like coming in there and shocking the shit out of them.
Yeah,
You know, I
yeah.
could see that.
Yeah, I agree. Like you said, that 13 seconds that killed them. Like that broke their will. And then I think that killed them, but I think last year really broke them. Like you
Hmm.
saw the fan base crying in this
Hmm.
because they was like,
Hmm.
finally, they're in Buffalo. We're gonna get
Hmm.
Patrick Mahomes out here,
Hmm.
and he did it to him again.
But you didn't have Edwards.
Mm-hmm.
Trey White wasn't there.
Yeah,
Poirier and Hyde, that combination wasn't there. It wasn't the same team.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like put that put that 13-second defense in Buffalo last year. Then I could understand.
yeah,
But you sold off or had to deal with injuries too much to even think that you had a chance. Like, yeah, I mean, they didn't stand a chance regardless. That was more about Patrick shutting everybody up because he had never played a game on the road. Don't talk about the Cowboys. Don't bring up the fucking ass Cowboys. I hate the Cowboys, man. They used to kick the Niners' ass, man. Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, no.
I don't want to talk about him. I don't want to talk about him.
You want to talk about
30 to 20. 30 to 20.
As long as the Bills got Josh, they got a chance. They got a chance to make the playoffs. I just don't see them as a threat.
That's it. That's it. That's it. And he's got young wide receivers now. He's got stability at that tight end position. But, nah, man. Nah.
Like I said, they could win that division.
It might be time for a new head coach.
Wow,
new philosophy.
Now
it might be time for a new philosophy.
That's a whole nother conversation.
I'm just saying, man.
I hear you. I agree with you. I agree. I think Sean McDermott should have been fired this past season. I just think that his voice is running stale. And it's hard to be in this NFL nowadays, not to say that it can't happen.
Yeah.
Man, you gotta have a really good offensive coordinator.
Well, let's keep it all the way funky.
When you're a defensive-minded coach, you gotta have a really
But hold on, Chris. Let's keep it all the way funky. Was it 2 years ago or was it just last year that they had lost Leslie? Leslie Frazier just left that team.
Yeah.
And he was the defensive coordinator. You saw the impact he had on that defense when he was there.
Mm-hmm.
That was a respected ass defense.
It was.
That defense wasn't to be trifled with whatsoever. And you take him out of the equation and you see what happens. It's kind of like that whole Eric Bieniemy thing. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
The same thing with Eric Bieniemy.
No, I hear you. I think that Leslie Frazier got blamed for the 13 seconds. When I think that's on the head coach to keep your guys prepared. You never know. You know what I'm saying? I just think that they celebrated too quick. They thought, oh, we got this. It's over. And with Patrick Mahomes, it's just you leave a little bit. You leave that door crack just a little bit. He going to try to kick it in. And they end up kicking it in with their two other offensive players, and Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill. And they did it to him. And I just think that after that happened, after they converted that and kicked that field goal in 13 seconds, I just think they was in so much shock in that overtime, especially when we got the ball in overtime. It was just they was in shock. Like, what just happened? Like, we just won. Like, we were celebrating. It was over. Like, how are we in overtime right now? And I just think that just it broke them.
Yeah,
like, that would break any team.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, it would.
It was reversed.
It
would have broke us as a fan base. If Buffalo had did 13 seconds to us, I don't think it would have been hard for us to get over that.
Yeah. It's like it was like that whole Chicago Bull Detroit Pistons thing. Like it didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? They had to go through Detroit.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they wasn't gonna break through that ceiling and win a championship. You had to. You know what I'm saying? And Detroit was in their head. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the same thing. Like anytime Buffalo plays Kansas City, they gonna feel that. Josh Allen's gonna feel it. You know what I'm saying? Guys that have been on their team, they gonna feel that. They'll never get over that. Sean McDermott may never get over it.
No, I don't think he did. And then also losing Brian. Say what you want about Brian Day, what he's doing with the Giants. I mean, he's got Daniel Jones as quarterback. So I mean,
tell me about it.
I mean, he did make the playoffs his first year there. So
come on, man.
But I'm just saying.
You kept Daniel Jones to let Saquon walk, right?
I hear you. But when Brian Daboll was there, that offense they had a little bit more of an identity. Josh Allen wasn't making as many mistakes. He knew how to tame him. He knew how to rein him in. He had his best season with Brian Daboll, and I just think
wasn't Latavius Murray there too during that time?
I think he was the backup, or he was
They did get,
because
yeah, but he was
it was
getting them yards that they
yeah,
needed. You know,
because it was
yeah,
him and Devin Singletary, which
Devin Singletary.
I thought they never used Devin Singletary like they should have used.
Mm-hmm.
Like I
Mm-hmm.
think Devin Singletary is a really good running back. Like
Yeah, he is.
I just
Hell
think
yeah, without
they just
question.
weren't using him. Like it was just like,
Yeah,
okay, he's in
yeah,
the backfield. Why aren't you using him? Like, he can
yeah,
catch out the backfield too. People like
yeah, man. Yeah, man.
you throwing him the
I
ball.
think
Like
he up in New York now with Dable.
I think he's up there too. Yeah, he is up there.
Yeah.
Yes, he just signed up there. So he know Dayball knows how to use him. So
Mm-hmm.
it
Mm-hmm.
is what it is, man. All right. So I know I said in the beginning we was talking about Chiefs offense, we went to AFC North. Now we're gonna talk about the Chiefs offense. Um you had the offensive line.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I mean, the biggest question mark, the history on Andy Reid is the five guys that start game one. The five guys that are listed on the depth chart, that's your five. There's no last second changes. There, I mean, unless there's an injury, it stays the same until the Super Bowl. And he does that because he likes that continuity. He likes that the jail. He wants them to learn to work as one unit. So you got those three guys up front who you know are going to be there. The question mark is does Jawan kick over the left and you see if Wanye or even Lucas. I mean, Luke is still here for a reason, dog. Like there that's the biggest question marks is what they do at tackles. You know what I'm saying? Because you're paying Taylor so much money, you're not paying him that type of money to man the right side. You know what I mean? But in this new NFL, like that pass rusher on that side is just as dominant now. You know what I'm saying? So that's the biggest question mark. If he slides to left or what they decide to do there. Um, I mean, Wanye is even an option. Like it's so many variables, man. Like I'm really really interested to see who that starting five is and what they decide to do with Taylor. If they keep him at right or if they kick him over the left. 'Cause I think you kick him over the left, and the only reason why you kick him over the left is if you see that old Lucas or something out of maybe Kingsley. I don't know. You got to see something from somebody that gives you hope at that right side that you can get away with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
Yeah.
interested though. I'm really, really interested to see because they didn't make any moves to go out and snag anybody.
Yeah.
And this would be the time that Andy wants to get it done. Andy would have wanted to get it done before now.
Yeah.
Like that guy would have been in there like April.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Just so that because Andy probably has an idea of the five that he wants to go with to open up training camp.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that five has probably already been working together,
Mm-hmm.
low key. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that five. Once you see that five, trust and believe that you don't have to worry about anybody along it because they don't miss. He does not miss when he puts that line together.
No,
Like
him and
when
Andy Hick.
yes, I was just going to say that when they get together to pick out that starting five, like they don't miss.
No, they don't. Um, I think I think four out of the five are already solidified. I think that Tooney,
Yeah,
uh, Creed,
Creed,
Trey,
Trey,
and I think Jawan
Taylor.
Taylor's going to stay on the. I just think they want to keep him on the right. He already had enough problems as it is last year with the right side. Whether you feel like he was being picked on or not, he
Mm-hmm.
was one of the top penalized tackles in the game last year because he had his issues, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they want to keep him over there. I don't want to switch because people just think you could just switch over to that left side. It is not
Mm-hmm.
easy to make that
Mm-hmm.
switch.
Mm-hmm.
So they keep. I just think they want the young bull Kingsley with competition with him and Wanye. I just think they want Kingsley on their left side, man. They drafted him early for a reason, and I
Mm-hmm.
just think they want him to cut his teeth. I think that
Mm-hmm.
Andy Heck and Andy Reid feel like they can develop him and mold him, but the best way to mold that kid is what? Game
Yeah,
plan.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He's got to
Because
do the work.
because offensive line is so hard to play nowadays because they have less practice time. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? In
But
college, and then even in college, they don't do the same stuff that they're gonna do in the pros.
one of the biggest things about people don't understand about Andy Reid practice also is that it's very meticulous, right? Meaning, like, so when they do 7-on-7 or 11-on-11 drills, a guy gets beat deep. Like they stop it, go back and walk through like each and every step, how they got to that point of getting beat, the route concept, offensive lineman's depth, as opposed to the drops from the quarterback to the slide up. Like everything is picked apart on both sides. So by the time preseason game one comes around, like they are so in tune that it's flawless,
Mhm.
and it's always that way. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
trust and believe. Like that starting five. Like you put that rookie out there. Like by the time preseason week one rolls around, like that kid gonna be ready.
yeah, of course.
He's gonna be ready, man.
Yeah, because they run, and like Pat, and I've heard Patrick and a few other players say this too. Is what makes his training camp, Andy Reid's training camp, so hard is because they run so many plays, dog. Like they running like 300-400 plays, like
Mm-hmm.
back to
Mm-hmm.
back consistently. And Andy's
Mm-hmm.
like, just keep it going, boom, 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 because he
Mm-hmm.
has to, because they
Mm-hmm.
have less practice time, so he has to cram so many plays. And mind you, probably 200 of them plays they probably never run in real time.
But it challenges the mind. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because you out there, you tired, you hot, and your brain has to be working. You know what I mean? To be able to push past it and just focus in on that next rep.
Hmm.
Because when you get late into the game and your body is tired, that next rep, your body is just gonna do what it's always accustomed to doing.
Yeah.
Even in the harshest of temperatures, in early August, you know what I'm saying? It translates to late January in the brutal cold in Kansas City. Like it translates.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I love the fact that they run so many plays and it's so fast paced and it's
Hmm.
stress on the mind because it puts you under that. It puts your body under that duress. It puts your mind under that duress. It causes stress, high stress.
Hmm. Yeah, for sure, for sure. All right, I'm gonna get into these running backs, man. Now we all know who the running back one in this offense is. Isaiah Pacheco, the hardest running man
Hmm.
in the NFL. Um, it's a big year for Isaiah Pacheco. Not only just as far as his uh stats and all that stuff, but
Hmm.
money wise too. This is a
Hmm.
big year because regardless if he's on the Chiefs next year or if he's on another team, he's gonna try to get paid.
Oh,
So
you think there's a shot he might leave?
my only reason I say that is because you know how they do running backs, bro,
Yeah, yeah,
and we know how the Chiefs.
mm,
We're not gonna
yeah.
pay. He's not gonna pay
No,
top dollar. Now,
no,
if
he
he
not.
takes a 3-year, 20-something million deal, then
Yeah, they
maybe
ain't
they
gonna.
throw some money his
Nah, he
way.
trying to get that bread. Nah, they ain't gonna.
You know what I'm
He already
saying?
got him a
Like,
couple rings. He ain't. Nah,
yeah, that's what
nah.
I'm saying. I'm not worried with this shit. It's a lot of mistakes on both sides, but yeah, he does. He does. He does.
Mm-hmm.
But it like I said, regardless if he's a chief next year or not, this is a big year for Isaiah Pacheco potentially for
Mm-hmm.
money wise. Um, my thing about it is that back to the Chiefs is they got a lot of other players to pay next year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they
And
do.
as far as priority goes, I don't know where Isaiah Pacheco will range on the priority list. Is he over a Nick Bolton? Is he over a Creed? Is he over Trey
Mm-mm.
Smith? You know what I'm
Mm-mm.
saying? Like, I don't
He
know.
gotta go on. He gotta get on, go on there, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotta go.
And
Gotta go.
you
Gotta
know,
go.
and Brett Veach has said it many years. He will look for a
No,
running back
listen.
in the
Why you
seventh
gotta
round,
listen, man? We was having a
undrafted
great
free
Monday.
agent.
Chris, you ain't nothing but the devil. Why you bring up Veach?
Why you hate
Listen,
Veach so much, man?
listen, man. Let's go back to last year.
Oh, he
Don't get me
signed him, man. He
started.
gave him his
I don't
money,
give a
man.
shit. I don't give a shit. And then you see how you motherfuckers do. Oh, well, he said at the first two game, man. And he was out of shape, man. That wasn't his fault. They would have paid him. Y'all wouldn't have had your mouth open about nothing. No. Beat your tight boot ass and want to get that man his money.
But he gave him his money. And he did want to give him his money. It was the Maloof brothers that
No, now you want to blame those. Oh, shut up.
yeah, I'm talking about the Maloof brothers. That's what I call them. The Cats brothers. Sorry, the Cats brothers.
They were just
Whatever,
happy with
man.
CC's
That is dead
Oh,
and
boy.
good. But anyway, it's a big year for Isaiah Pacheco. He could potentially get him some money this year. They brought back Clyde. Now Clyde had some glimpse last year. He made some plays for us last year when we really needed him. I'm not mad at him bringing back Clyde. He knows the offense. You know, he knows where he needs to be. We know what we're expecting from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He's not the first round pick that we thought he was going to be, but he's a good backup. That's what he is. He's a very good backup running back.
Yeah.
That third running back spot is where it's in question because you have guys who come back like Deneric Prince. You got Keontae Ingram, who's from Arizona. He came over in practice. I think they picked him up off the practice squad. And then this year they drafted running back Imani Bailey out of TCU, who had like 1,209 yards, 8 touchdowns. His testing wasn't great. It was weird, but if you watch the film, it don't line up with the testing. Like, his testing was terrible. But it was
here's the thing. I want to throw this out there, a scenario. Let's say late November, early December, you bring back Jet.
I mean, I'm not mad. The thing about Jet is his health.
And that's why I'm saying you bring him back late. You know what I'm saying? You sign him to the practice squad, maybe November-ish. Let him just get in the football shape. And then you let him spend late December going into the playoffs. Because that's when you really need him. I'd rather have him at 100% going into the postseason than at the start of the year. You know what I mean? Like, that means a lot more. So,
my thing about that is if we're bringing Jet back in November, then that means that second and third running back is playing horrible.
Well, shit. I mean,
I'm just saying. If we brought Jet back in November,
what was that span?
That means
for
CH
him?
and the third guy is not playing good.
And my point exactly, like, do you see a world where CEH does or gives you what Jet gave you on that run to the Super Bowl to play against Philly?
No, I don't
see a world where he does that.
I don't see him doing it, but I don't know if Keontae Ingram, Imani Bailey, or even
I'm just saying
Lewis
if they don't.
Zemet.
Oh boy.
Don't click off, man. Don't click off the screen now. Don't click off the screen now.
What did Jamie Foxx say on the Chappelle show? We don't know what he's got. You know what I'm saying?
We don't know what he got.
You know what I'm saying? Like, who? You know what I'm saying? Listen, man.
And I think they bring a fullback this year.
Yeah, you're going to have to keep a fullback.
That kid, Carson Steele, that they got undrafted, I think he's going to be the fullback. And he's got a little bit of wiggle to him. He got a little skills to him, too. He can catch out the backfield. So, I'm just saying, man, like you said, I'm not mad at bringing Jet back. I just think that if they bring Jet back in November, he's still available. They bring Jet back or they sign a Dalvin Cook or somebody like that late in the season.
I think Dalvin will be gone by then.
Was he? He getting a little older?
I think he's going to end up in Buffalo with his brother, honestly.
I wouldn't be surprised by that.
Yeah, I see that
Oh, what's
happening.
up, Mark?
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
seriously see it.
yeah, I ain't mad at that. Ain't mad at that.
Hmm.
But like I said, if they bring in Jet back, I think that's a sign.
Yeah,
As a
yeah.
sign that the CH is looking like, the CH we all came to know he ain't playing good.
I mean, well,
And,
hell,
and
what has he shown you to make you think any otherwise?
I'm just saying, man.
I'm just saying,
I think Bailey's gonna
what
be
you
nice.
been
I
seeing
like
from him?
Imani Bailey too. He got, I think he got a little cream hunting.
Is he going to give you Jets production?
I don't know, because the thing that made Jet valuable was he can catch out the backfield and his blocking ability. That was essential. He had breakaway speed. He had a
So
little
what are you
breakaway
asking
speed.
for? Okay, so if you got a thumper, what do you need from that backup guy?
You need a speed guy.
Pass blocking
Yeah, and
and receptions.
you need a guy who could take when he could cut and go.
Okay, okay.
I'm with you, brother. I want
I
somebody.
know. I
I
know.
want a burner. I do, because Isaiah Pacheco, he's fast, but he ain't a burner. He can't just cut and go.
Hmm.
It's not like sometimes it looks like
Hmm.
he's just running in place, but
Hmm.
But
Stomping.
I, I will
Stomping with
say
the
this.
big dogs.
I will say this with this, but the offense being able to stretch the field this season, I think he'll have more open running lanes to
Oh,
do
without
anything.
question.
You know what
Oh,
I'm
without
saying?
question. Without
So he
question.
might be able to break off those big runs that he wasn't able to break off. So we'll see. Oh, Clarence gone. All right, I'm gonna talk about the tight ends. We all know that Travis Kelsey is the constant. The question on Travis Kelsey is health. Can Travis Kelsey stay healthy this season? He had his injury beginning of the season last year. Then he had the ankle injury in the Vikings game. So I personally think this year is just about health with Travis Kelsey. It's gonna be fun to watch this new offense. Definitely, Aaron. Definitely. Thanks for watching, brother. Um, but yeah, it's gonna be yet to see if Travis Kelsey could stay healthy for 17 games, or probably do a little low management where you see him make couple plays and then come out of the game. Then you have Noah Gray. This is a big year for Noah Gray. If Noah Gray could show a little something, I believe that he will get paid probably somewhere else. I don't know if he'll be on this team next year, but I think Noah Gray can make him a little money next year. Then they brought in Irv Smith, a guy who was highly touted coming out of Alabama, but he just never had put it together. I know injuries have derailed his season. He was with Cincinnati last year, and then I think he's with the Vikings previous years. But injuries have messed him up. With that schedule, everybody's going to be on low management. I hear you on that one. I definitely hear you on that one. But it's going to be interesting to see what they do with the tight end, especially with the tight end. Then you got Jared Wiley, rookie out of TCU. Kid has some skills. Former quarterback, turned tight end. I'm not saying he's Travis Kelsey, but a lot of people are ranting and raving about this kid. He's definitely a good red zone threat. Has a little speed to him. Um, so we'll see. I'm pretty for sure they're going to try to groom this kid up to possibly be the heir apparent to Travis Kelsey. I'm not saying he's Travis Kelsey, but he could possibly give us some juice at that tight end spot, and possibly give us. The Bills are done. They're in rebuild mode. They will miss the playoffs. Uh, I'm right there with you, Brian. I'm right there with you. Uh, Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, the wide receivers. They brought in Hollywood Brown. I pretty much especially we don't know with the Rasheed Rice thing going on. I definitely think Hollywood Brown will get a lot of those number one targets. Him and Patrick Mahomes have already started to build a rapport with each other. So I think Hollywood Brown. Plus, he's playing to get a contract next season, whether it be with the Chiefs or with somebody else. He's looking for a big payday. That's why he took the pay cut that he took. So I could see, Hollywood Brown having a potential big year. Let's see, Pacheco ain't getting in touch for 5 years. Is blind, and he's back.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on the tight ends before I get back to the wide receivers?
I mean, my biggest thing is that I'm curious about is like Irv Smith and Noah Gray in that competition there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we know what we got in Noah, but I'm really interested to see if Irv Smith has any resemblance of when he initially came out.
Mm-hmm.
Because when he initially came out, like that upside was through the roof. It was like up there with the expectations that everybody had of OJ Howard.
Mm-hmm.
You dig
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So I want to see what he looked like, especially because he just got away from Cincinnati too, man.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, man, it's something about that chili, man. Shit,
Not chili.
yeah, buddy. Listen, I, in all honesty, Cincinnati fucked up when they let Mixon go,
Yeah.
and that's something that they're not gonna be able to get around. Like for as much talent as you got on the perimeter, and you got a healthy Joe Burrow back, and you saw what Dallas did by bringing Zeke back. Like the value in somebody that can pass, block, and catch out of the backfield from that position and be able to get you 3 yards when you need it is invaluable. You got to have that. You
Yeah.
still got to have that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And y'all let Mixon go. So, I wish y'all the best of luck. I hope y'all get diarrhea twice on Sundays.
What's your thoughts on the rookie, Jared Wiley?
I mean, it's a coin flip, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta. It's my biggest thing about rookies is how they handle that speed in the actual game situations. Like if homeboy can keep his composure and stay locked in and just look like a pro straight out of the gate, then you know what I mean. We got one.
Mm-hmm.
It remains to be seen. Like you can't even take that shit. You can't even take training camp as a good measuring stick. Because remember, like last year, everybody was they wanted to see Deneric Prince.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then Deneric Prince got in the game and was like, wait a minute, I thought he was killing in training camp. Like, come on, man. Like, you you gotta wait until them bullets gets for real, dog, before you see
Yeah.
where somebody head is at, bro.
No, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Like I said, my biggest thing with tight ends this year is the health of Travis Kelsey.
Mm-hmm.
How they manage that with this season. Um, Noah Gray, he could. Dang, Clarence, man, and clicked off. Where you at? Do that. He come back here. But yeah, like I was saying, man, the health of Travis Kelsey is very essential to this tight end room. Gray. Did it again. You can't stay in the thing. Noah Gray is the Jason Dunn of this team. Very valuable when you use. I hear you. Um, thing about Jason Dunn was he was more so of he was a 6 offensive lineman. That's what Jason Dunn was. He was a big body guy who could block. If you need him to make a couple catches here and there, yeah. I think Noah Gray's a little bit more of a tweener. than Jason Dunn. But I hear you. I hear you. Um, Wiley's gonna be a star. I'm with you, Joe. I think I see the potential in him. But it's like Clarence said, gotta see it. Gotta see it when the live bullets is going
Yeah,
on.
when them live bullets hit, man.
I see the potential in the kid.
Mm-hmm.
I watched some stuff on him and watched some of his highlight reel, and he looks the part. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think, I don't think it. I'm like I said, I always reiterate. I'm not saying Wiley is Travis Kelsey, but I do not think it's a coincidence that they saw a kid who used to be a
Yeah,
former quarterback.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
don't think that's a coincidence that they drafted this kid.
yeah,
I think they see some Travis Kelsey in this kid, and they want to get
yeah.
him in the room with Travis Kelsey, get under him, get under his wing. You know what I'm saying? Learn some nuances of the game from Travis Kelsey because that's invaluable, man. Potential just has to wait and see to be sold on Wiley. No, I hear y'all. I hear y'all. All right, let's talk about these wide receivers, Clarence. I had started off Hollywood Brown. Uh, he was
Mm-hmm.
brought in to be that guy who could ultimately stretch the field, but he could also run the full route tree. Like this kid is
Mm-hmm.
not just some track speed guy. Like he can run everything
Mm-hmm.
on that field. He's a
Mm-hmm.
real wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
He was the only 1,000 yard receiver with um
Lamar. Yep.
Lamar Jackson. So
Yep. Yep.
that says a lot. Um, and he had some bad luck in Arizona. Uh, what's your name couldn't stay healthy. Kyler Murray he couldn't
Oh,
stay
Kyler.
healthy. Yeah, he
Yeah.
couldn't stay healthy to save his life, so he
Yeah.
barely played with him.
Yeah.
He played with mostly the backups.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then going back to the Ravens, he played in a lot of, run heavy offenses. So this is his first time where he's going to play with pass is the priority in this. You hear it in training camp now. Andy Reid is applying pressure on Patrick to throw it down
Yeah.
the field, throw it down the
Yeah.
field, because
Yeah.
Patrick has gotten so comfortable checking down, getting to the right read instead of
Yeah.
just bombing that thing down the field because Tyreek Hill is down there somewhere.
Yeah.
um, he's been more controlled. So now he's got to get back into that to balance it out, to when to throw it
Mm-hmm.
down the field and when to, check it down. Now that you got that speed element with him and Xavier Worthy. Um, but I think this is a big year for Hollywood, not just stat wise, but money wise. Like whether it be with the Chiefs or whether it be with somebody else. Hollywood Brown could break the bank next year. If he gets anything north of 1,000 yards, he will break the bank. So I'm looking for a big season for if he can stay healthy. That's another thing. Health with Hollywood Brown. If he can stay healthy throughout the season, I can expect a big year. Rasheed Rice. Now we all know the elephant of the room. His suspension. Will it be early in the season? Will it be mid-season? Hell, will it be next year? Because the case ain't, you know, done being, done with or whatever. And they ain't figure that out. So that's a wait and see with Rasheed Rice. It really is. You know what I'm saying? Because by now you would think that we would heard something by now. You know what I'm saying? We saw the video. He did it. It's not one of those things where it's a trial and we got to figure this out. This is more so his settlement, who he's gonna settle with the people that he hit, because they trying to get paid. So once that gets figured out, I think that's when the suspension comes in. Whether it be 4, 6, 8, I don't know, but we'll see. But with that being said, I do expect a step up from Rasheed Rice. He's been working. You see him. He's been working out with Hollywood. He's been working out with Patrick. You see him with videos now. He's working out with Zay Flowers and other receivers right now. So he's out there working. He's trying to get better, and that's what we need because he's going to be the difference from a Hollywood Brown. He's got a little juice to him, but he's not a burner. You know what I'm saying? He's more of a, across the middle of the field, big body, go up and get it receiver. So I expect to step up from Rasheed Rice this year. He'll definitely be essential to this offense. Then we drafted Xavier Worthy, first round pick. I think that this kid has all the makings of an Andy Reid type receiver. He has the speed. The thing about him, he can run the whole route tree. He's a real wide receiver. He's not just a fast guy. I think they brought him in so he could get under the same wing as Hollywood Brown. He could be kind of a mentor to him. But I'm not. We all know how rookies are in this offense. Last year, I think was an anomaly because we needed Rashee Rice because MVS was trash. Justin Watson was our best wide receiver. We all know about Kadarius Toney. And yeah, Sky Moore too. So I think they're going to slow burn Xavier Worthy. You know what I'm saying? And they'll probably use him a lot of crossing routes, a lot of screen plays, a lot of jet sweeps and all that stuff. So I'm not going to have big expectations for Xavier Worthy this year. I think he makes some big plays for us this year, but I'm not sitting up here thinking he's going to have 700, 800, 900 yards this year. Like he'll have maybe 4, 5, maybe. So we'll see. Then they brought, the other elephant in the room, Kadarius Toney, Clarence's favorite wide receiver, and Joe's favorite wide receiver. I don't know, man. At this point, the Chiefs keep telling us they love him because if they didn't, he'd be gone by now.
You think so?
Man, let me tell you something about the Chiefs. They'll let you know when they don't want your services no more. Soon as the parade and all the celebration was over, once March came, they was like, "Thank you, MVS, for your service."
Yeah, because he had the Pooh Shiesty on all year.
In your future endeavors.
Because he was wearing a Pooh Shiesty all year, Chris.
But I'm just saying, Kadarius Toney had the same exact year as MVS.
I think MVS's was worse.
I mean, he's talent-wise, most definitely, he's worse. Plus, he cost more last year, so that's what really made it worse. As a wide receiver, he is worse than Kadarius Toney. There is no doubt about that.
So, how many more years left on KT's contract?
I think this is it.
Yeah. So he could get his ass cut at the end of training camp.
He could. I think he's on borrowed time.
Don't make it through camp. Yeah, I agree. Joe.
I think he's on borrowed time. If he drops a pass,
maybe he's just a camp body.
I'm just saying, if he drops a pass, if he gets hurt, I think it's over for him. And add on,
if he drop a pass,
I'm saying in training camp, if he goes out there and looks bad in training camp, it's over.
Well, hell, I mean, he could catch everything he wanted in training camp. You saw what happened week 1.
I'm just telling you,
listen.
If Kadarius Toney is a training camp star, he's not going anywhere.
Listen, the only thing he need to be doing is catching the damn punts and kickoff returns. That's it.
I hear you.
And he can go. Listen, first part of the game, he can be out there in the parking lot doing parking lot security for tailgaters. You don't need to ask him to do shit else, man.
I'm just telling you. If Kadarius Toney is the camp superstar this year, he's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. If he looks better than Nico Remigio, Sky Moore, Justin Ross, Justin Watson,
he ain't gonna look better than Nico.
But if he does, especially in preseason, if
he's not gonna look better than Nico
preseason,
listen, Remigio was about to take some jobs last year.
He was.
Like, don't get it twisted. Like, you think he finna? No.
How many times do you think Tony done dropped that baby? Okay, Joe.
Oh boy.
Not dropping the baby. I don't think he dropped the baby girl.
I say at least once. I say what it was an accident, though. It was a short fall.
It was a short. Dropped on the bed.
It was a short fall. It was an accident.
Y'all crazy, Joe. Joe's a fool. Then Sky Moore. What are we doing with Sky? Is this it for Sky?
Listen, I think this is a good situation for Sky because
No pressure.
you're not. It's no pressure at all. You're not asking him to do nothing but maybe win some routes in the slot. And we've all seen what happened when Juju was here, and he wasn't expected to do much.
Mhm.
Let him continue to build on what he was doing and doing best that year. Because if you would have kept that in place another year, by now he would be ready to step in there. But
Right.
to just throw him into the deep water like that, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't ready for that. That was just too much.
Trade Sky to the Cowboys.
For what? What you gonna get back?
7th round pick. Conditional 7th round pick.
So
Nah,
why we keeping Justin Watson in?
that's a look. You know how I feel about Justin Watson. I think he is a plain old bologna sandwich.
I'm just saying. If we gotta get rid of Scott, we gotta get rid of Justin too. Because that ain't Timberlake.
That is the corner route king.
Who is?
Justin Watson. That's what all he runs is corner routes. That is his bread and butter.
Well, let him win his ass on somewhere else then.
Because he don't fight for the ball.
No.
We all know that. He's 6'3" and don't fight for the ball.
Yeah.
He plays like he's 5'11".
Mm-hmm. Nobody here though.
But they love him.
I don't.
Oh, I forgot who loves it.
Oh shit. Bye, Joe.
Watson is wide receiver too. Cut it out, Joe.
Bye, Joe.
We're not doing this, Joe.
I hope you break that bottle of Johnny.
We not
Hope
doing
that bottle of Johnny fall on the kitchen floor, man.
Do you feel like this is an opportunity for Justin Ross
To do what?
to show something?
Show what?
Show that he knows the playbook and he can just run his routes out there.
Mm-hmm.
He could provide something that this team doesn't really have, which is a 6'4", big body, go get it receiver.
Didn't he have those opportunities last year?
Yeah, but it's kind of rookie year. It's different when you're on the field than
So what's the difference between him and Rasheed? Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
No, you didn't give me.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
I'm gonna set the hell up there. Go ahead and spin it.
I think they're two different type of receivers.
They are, but what's the difference?
I think opportunities were there for. I think okay. Last year, just listen. So his Lily went. Oh damn, stupid. I think that what messed up Justin Ross last year was his situation with his baby mama. That derailed him too. And once he came back, we was already in full swing of Rashee Rice.
But you still needed. Was he down in against Denver when they went to Denver?
I think so.
He was hurt or suspended?
So I think he was suspended.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What about the Raider game? When did he come back? I said that off the field. He should have missed some games. Well, there you have it.
We're
gonna see then.
We're
gonna see.
That's
how
I feel. I'm not saying that you're wrong to feel that way. I'm just asking you the question. Will Justin Ross?
I mean, if he can come into the fold, then theoretically you're not rushing Xavier Worthy to be what you need him to be all the way. You're not leaning on him so heavy in his rookie year, the way Andy likes it. You know what I'm saying? So if you can get him into that rotation for that fourth spot, you know, especially when they go five wide, like that pays dividends, but it remains to be seen, man. Like there's competition. You know what I mean? And competition breeds finding the best guys now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's not about a need anymore. That position is not a need. That position is okay. So we have this. Now it's about you other guys competing, which is what you want. Yeah, last year there was competition, yeah, but not like this year. That room is stacked, man. You got to earn it every day. Like you thought you had to earn it last year, you really gonna have to earn it this year.
No, I
You
agree.
really gonna have to.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting camp battles in that room this year, especially for that. Whether I don't know how many receivers you think they keep, 5 or 6.
I think 5. I think it'll be 5. I don't know the 5.
How many
I
tight
think it'll
ends
be
you think they
5.
keep? I think they
I'll
keep
say
4.
3. Okay, so yeah, I think they'll keep 6 wide receivers and 3 tight ends.
Okay.
Especially if they keep a fullback. Because if they keep a fullback, then I think they only keep 3 tight ends.
Okay. So the battle will be between Noah Gray and Irv Smith to stay on the squad. Because I don't think Gerald Wiley gets cut.
I think he goes practice squad. And what about homeboy that was here last year? He signed somewhere else. Is it Cashman?
I
Is
think I
that
know
who I'm
you.
thinking about?
I think I know you talking about the white boy.
Yeah,
He was kind of balling in preseason a little bit.
yeah. Like that's still a variable that we don't know about. You know what I'm saying? Because you can stick the rook on the practice squad, man. Like
3 tight ends, 6 wide receivers. They're gonna need the depth based off the schedule setup alone. I hear you.
mhm,
Brian says the same thing. 6. It's gonna be interesting, man.
yeah, but we can't know for sure until that first unofficial depth chart comes out. Because once that first unofficial comes out, we'll know.
I could see that, Joe.
It don't change that much.
That I could see.
Yeah, I can see
That
that too.
you can
It
see
just
it.
depends on who they like, who gets the opportunities in these preseason games.
Yeah.
These preseason games are going to be magnified so much more, not so much for the first team, but really, I mean, really this year for your backup tight end, your other wide receivers, even your running backs.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
We get to
Definitely.
see all-star quarterback Carson Wentz.
You dirty bitch. I'm sorry. I'm your brother. I'm your brother. Yeah.
We know how much you love Carson Wentz.
Listen, what he's supposed to be backing up? Listen, they got Ian Book.
Ian
What's his
Book.
name? Yeah. Okay.
Nah.
And what's the other homeboy? What's his name?
Who?
Olakan or whatever his name is.
Chris.
Yeah.
Chris Olakan.
I listen. I'd rather have him than Carson Wentz.
What's wrong with Carson Wentz as a backup? I'm not
How
saying
much
he
time
should
you got?
start. I'm not saying the man can start, but I think
He
Carson
don't
Wentz.
even need to be the backup. You do know
Exactly.
the
You put him in on 31 as a QB sneak. He's 6'5", 200 and
Come
some
on,
odd
man.
pounds.
Child, please. Listen.
He got an arm.
Oh my God.
Look, I'm not asking the man to be the starter.
Okay.
But if Pat go down,
Yeah.
in Andy Reid's system, and Andy
you
Reid
need,
is the true QB whisperer. He's gonna get the best out of Carson Wentz.
Listen, he need a megaphone to get it through to Carson Wentz, man.
Is he better than Blaine Gabbert?
It's who?
Carson Wentz.
Hell no.
What?
As a backup,
he's not better than Blaine Gabbert.
Listen,
he's not better than Blaine Gabbert.
Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go back. I want you to watch Hard Knocks, Indianapolis Colts.
Joe, don't get kicked off the show.
I want you to go back and I want you to watch that shit. If they had an opportunity to make the postseason, has somebody not just fucked it all up in Jacksonville? That was on him.
Who fucked it up in Jacksonville?
Carson Wentz did, man. Carson Wentz did that. Okay. You right, Andy, a quarterback whisperer. Okay. I sure hope you right, man. Because if he not, listen, I'm going to tell you what Carson Wentz going to get. Listen, man. Let's keep it wrong. Remind. What? What you say?
I don't know. All I'm saying is Carson Wentz will be all right. It's back.
There you go, man. See, every time they do something, you always on their side. That's they one, man. That's they one, boy. Chris, you always be Jeffrey. Go against the grain, man. Listen.
Go against what grain? If I feel like Carson Wentz
ain't
is a decent backup quarterback, I think he's a decent backup quarterback. You right, Joe. You right.
When's the last time you saw Carson Wentz play good football?
He played decent with the Rams last year. He even beat the 49ers last year. Remember that? Huh? Yeah. You don't want to hear that. You don't want to talk about that, though.
I hear you. I just can't believe you said that bullshit.
I think he's a good backup. You act like I want him to start over Mahomes. Like, no. But if I need him to give me some plays down the field, we don't got to change the playbook. Blaine Gabbert, you had to change the playbook, though. Chad Henne, you had to change the playbook, bro.
Hold on.
Yes, Chad Henne won us some games. I'm not denying that.
Okay.
He won us that Cleveland game.
Yeah.
Now, the Jacksonville game was a little overblown because we forgot Isaiah Pacheco ran like 40 yards down the field. Like, it's not like he didn't do that.
So you mean to tell me you would trust Carson Wentz over
with Andy Reid in his ear? Yes.
Oh, no. Don't matter who in his ear. It come down to his fucking decision making. So you trust the ball in his hands the same amount of times that Pat would have it in his hands, as opposed to a more balanced approach with Pop. Since the offense ain't got changed with Carson Wentz drag foot ass out there.
All right, man.
Old drop foot himself.
He
got that club foot. He walked like he got a club foot.
A club foot.
I'm sorry, people that got club shoes. I shouldn't compare y'all to that sorry sack of dog shit. I'm shut up. That's your guy, Chris. Go ahead. Yeah, Carson Wentz your backup.
It's my backup, yeah. Deshaun Gibson is suspended 6 games for violating NFL performance-enhancing substances.
And he was a free agent anyway.
That was the guy that was in the Super Bowl that said that Patrick Mahomes is regular and we're gonna make his ass look regular. That guy.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you're gonna make it look regular when you got performance-enhancing drugs in your body.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if he'll end up back to San Francisco after the suspension's up.
Man, he'll be in the UFL.
Anti-running back show anyway. Listen. We're not finna go there, Joe.
He had a regular suspension. You mean anti-running back? What do you mean by that? Revive, baby. Woo! That's what I'm talking about, Brian. Talk to Clarence. Tell Clarence.
Man.
Tell him what's up.
Listen.
AJ Feely, remember him?
Listen, you couldn't revive Carson Wentz if you had a damn tent out there with tambourines and bass guitars playing with hay on the ground.
Matt
The
Moore.
good blessed oil put on his head. Ain't no reviving no damn Carson Wentz. Man, you ought to be saying yourself.
Yeah,
Talking about
Matt
some Carson
Moore
Wentz.
playing good. Matt Moore.
Okay, and what was the expectation? Don't fuck it up. Carson Wentz gonna fuck it up. Oh, he gonna do that.
No, not because Andy ain't gonna let him. You run this play just like this, and if you fucking throw the interception, I'm gonna slit your throat.
I think he done heard that before.
You think Doug Peterson said that with Philly?
I think he done got that speech once before. Yeah, whatever, motherfucker. Whatever, motherfucker. I'm gonna let it rip.
Yeah, I'm letting this
Tell
thing.
me shit.
I'm letting it go. I was supposed to be MVP that Super Bowl season. I got hurt. Y'all gave that shrine to Nick Foles.
I got something to prove. Now I'm with Patrick Mahomes in this offense. Yeah, whatever.
Oh, he letting it rip in
this.
preseason. Oh, he letting that thing go in preseason.
Oh, yeah, he better.
Carson Wentz about to try to get 500 yards in preseason.
Mm-hmm. He coming in here trying to take Pat's job.
Justin Ross he better eat. Hey, man, you better eat.
Oh, God. This is a train wreck, man.
If Carson Wentz just throw that thing up, Justin Ross, just go get it, man.
Yeah, man.
Just go get it. Go get it.
Carson Wentz is not no backup kind of dude, man.
Backup.
He's not.
He's not a starter. He's a backup.
That idiot thinks he's still a starting quarterback.
No, he don't. He even said it himself.
Okay,
he knows his place now.
Okay.
And he knows that he on a team where he can potentially get another Super Bowl.
Another shot at not playing in a damn Super Bowl and get another ring.
Hey, man,
wow.
Hey, man, what better way? Shout out to the backup quarterbacks out there. They ain't got to do nothing. They make their $3 to $5 million a year, sit on the bench, clap, look at the clipboard and act like they telling Patrick or whoever the starting quarterback is what they supposed to do when they don't know shit themselves. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all making money. Y'all living it up. Go to the club. Yeah, I'm the backup quarterback to Patrick Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? What's he like? You wouldn't want that job?
I was never a quarterback, so hell no.
Even if you're not a quarterback, they said, Clarence, why don't you be a backup quarterback? We got $5 million right here for you.
Like that, I want to be a running back.
So you want to hurt your body. You want your body to be just drugged through the mud. All right, man. All right. Well, that's enough for today's show. Hope you guys enjoyed the content today. Shout out to Ty.
And Carson Wentz.
I'll tell you off the air what Ty put it. Go look at what Ty put in the group chat.
I don't want to see it.
Yo, go look. Just look, man. And your laugh will tell me everything. All right, let's give a shout out to Glitch Energy Drink. Glitch Energy Drink offers a wide range of. Told you. I told you.
Yep.
Oh man. Glitch Energy Drink offers a wide range of delicious flavors to suit everyone's taste preferences, whether you're into fruity flavors like Maui Punch and Cherry Bomb, or prefer something unique like Blue Smurf and grenades. There's something for everyone. Glitch Energy Drink is not only great for gamers and workout warriors, but for everyday people who simply need a boost of energy. It's a healthy choice that you can feel good about. Find more information and purchase Glitch Energy Drink at glitchenergy.com. Remember to use the promo code AHGPOD. Get 10% off your purchase and start enjoying the benefits of this delicious and energizing drinks. Shout out to Glitch Energy.
Give it to me, baby.
You got to go to the bank today?
Shit, no. Oh boy.
If you look down at the bottom, you see the link emqpodcast.com/locker-room. If you click on that link, you see the locker room access of all the podcasts under the Every Morning Quarterback umbrella. We got the Patriots one, we got a Jets one, we got our 49ers one, and we got a Chiefs one. Ours, Arrowhead Chief Podcast. Click on the banner. See all of our episodes, the recent to the past ones. Get caught up, follow us. Also, watch their podcast. They talk about everything NFL league wide. They talk about college football. College football 25 is coming soon. And they give you betting tips for the week, man. So go ahead and subscribe to their channel. Shout out to them at Every Morning Quarterback. Whatever streaming platform you use, whether it be Spotify, Apple, Google, Amazon, iHeartRadio, whatever you use to listen to your podcast on, Arrowhead Chief Podcast is available. Go ahead and follow us on there. First time watchers on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification button. So when we go live on Mondays at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, you can jump in the live with me, Clarence, and sometimes Ty, and talk about these chief topics with us. He can talk about these chief topics with us, and we can get y'all pairing like Joe, like DJ Ant, like Brian always jumps in here and talks, the topics with us. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to the 40. Shout out to the 40. Shout out to the 40 that's watching today. Also, wherever you guys are watching that, we are muchly appreciated.
Y'all pray for Ty.
But go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Whatever social media platform you use, whether it be Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, Twitch, whatever you do your social media on, Arrowhead Chief Podcast is available right above Clarence. You see the AH Chief Podcast. Go ahead and follow that. We'll follow you back because Clarence, what is our motto?
So we in Hollywood, man.
You're not Hollywood, but Joe, what are we? There you have it. Well, Hollywood. But go ahead and follow us, man. We'll follow you back. Hey, man, give us critiques, feedback. Talk to us nice. If you got a topic, you got a question that's chief oriented or NFL oriented, hit us up, man. DM, email, mentions. We like it. We'll bring it up on the show. We'll shout you out on the show because we want to show love to those who show love to us. So go ahead and do that, man. Follow us, man. We appreciate y'all. Hope y'all got great rest of your week. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do.
Almost here.
Don't
Trying
do
to catch
nothing
around the corner.
do. Definitely don't do nothing Ty would do.
Damn, don't do nothing Ty. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm your brother, Ty.
I'm your brother too, Ty. I'm using Clarence. I'm your brother too, Ty.
I'm your brother.
Don't watch this part.
Boy.
Don't watch this part.
Stop at the Carson Wentz.
Yeah. Carson Wentz just pushed out. But if he hears this, then he already heard it.
Oh boy.
No, but hope y'all have a great rest of your week. We're almost here, people. Chiefs football is almost here. The 3-peat is in soon. Oh, by the way, tomorrow, 6 p.m., which is 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, I will be on. Hold on. Let me get this right. Shout out to the homie Dolph Jackson. I'll be on the As the NFL Turn podcast from the Come On In Sports Network. So go ahead and tap in with it. I'll probably simulcast the Arrowhead Chief podcast with there. So it'll be on the channel, on our channel too. So jump in the live, man. You know what I'm saying?
Let's
Be
go.
talking Chiefs football with them and NFL
That's
stuff with them. So jump in with me, man. You know what I'm saying?
Let's do it.
But until next time, good people, we out.